Hey beautiful people, good evening from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Joy here with you. I'll be doing a list today after some time, and this is one of the three fragrance lists that I'm about to do in the year end. December is here, year is almost ending, and I thought, let's do this list. I waited for one fragrance just to make this list, and I finally have it. I was thinking if it's gonna make the list or not. That's why I waited. Otherwise, I would have done this like few weeks back. So here are my 15 fragrances that I bought this year. I think are my absolute best buys. I'm satisfied with, and I'm not saying these are all brand new fragrances, one thing. I'm not also saying these are the best fragrance ever. I'm also not saying these are the best fragrance you can have. Okay, these are the fragrance, first of all, are in my collection. Some of them I bought and sold. Some of the fragrance I sniffed from other people's, I reviewed, but those are not my bottles. And also some of the samples, I'm not showing the samples that I purchased or got as a gift, but the full bottles only. That's what is the concept of this fragrance list. So I'm going to show you randomly, because all these fragrances I love the same, irrelevant of their price point. It can be a cheap fragrance, it can be an expensive fragrance, niche or designer, but these are the ones I think gave me the most pleasure. Okay, after seeing the whole collection, I think this year about 130 to 140 fragrances that I bought this year, and I bought all kind of perfumes, cheaper, designer, sometimes Cologne house, so you know, it varies, but out of all of them, these are the ones that gave me most pleasure. Okay, so here you go, and remember, take this as just a fun video. I'm not trying to establish this as everybody's universal list, that everybody has to love this list, everybody has to buy these or hype up or anything. These are something that are close to me. Okay, and I have 3 honorable mentions. Let's start with those. First honorable mention is honorable because this is very hard to find. This is almost near to impossible to find. It's not going to be sold everywhere. So this is my Thierry Mugler Angelman 2011 version. I think long ago. It's one of the first few batches, most potent. You get all the notes from this one that you're supposed to get from Amin. There's another one that is a metal flask that is a golden color, but these are supremely heavy. So why I'm putting this here is the reason you cannot find this. You can find the Amin version, like yeah, Mugler version nowadays. That one is not same juice as this. So I'm putting this because it's not a regular release. But I cherish this. If I could put this, I would put this as number 1. This is one of the best ever. So Amin from Thierry Mugler, metal flask version. Very, very heavy bottle. Second one I'm going to show you is a fragrance. It could have made the top 15 list, but the other ones I just love a little bit more. But this is in this list, honorable list, because this is very much interesting, unique, and a very creative fragrance. Varvatos Dark Rebel Rider. I got it like a couple of months back. One of the most wonderful looking bottles. I just absolutely treasure this bottle. This is all leather, and I thank Zara for recommending this to me. Look at those bottle detailing, and this is like a Dark Rebel, but this one you can take off the chain and it reveals the bottle inside. Very nice. It has nice leather note as well as some sweetness, and kind of like a very dark gothic kind of fragrance. You can wear it in cool weathers. I reviewed all these fragrances. Check out the reviews. Okay, honorable mention number 2 is Varvatos Dark Rebel Rider. And the last one, I feel really bad, this little guy right here. What a gem of a fragrance, you know. Don't think of this fragrance as an honorable mention, it's not good. The other ones I just love a little bit more, so this one couldn't make top 15, but check out, this is still a big statement because it's from House of Zara, and I bought only one Zara I think this year. This is Tobacco Collection Unexpected Fresh Spicy. I'll write down all the names. Sorry, my hand is hurting a little bit. So this is one of the most nicest looking bottle from this line. It has, in short, when I said in my review, it has a feel of Ojan by PDM and Spice Bomb Extreme. Feel of those and its own little smell. What a sweet, just let me spray this in the air. Very nice atomizer, and it's sweet. This fragrance is, I think, perhaps this year's one of the best releases. Very hidden gem, very inexpensive. Get it while it's still available. Zara Tobacco Collection Unexpected Fresh Spicy. Last honorable mention. So now those are out of the way. 1, 2, 3, let me check. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. I got all the 15. So I thought of at first putting them according to order. 15, 14, 13, then to 1. But I couldn't do it. Since they all made this list, they have to be special, you know, like I cannot You know, sometimes you cannot really measure love like 8, 8.5, or 10, 9. Sometimes very difficult. So bear with me. They're all 10, perfect 10 in my opinion, in my world. All right. So I start with this beautiful little perfume here. This is one of the best budget perfumes purchase that I made this year. I think it's a huge 250 ml. You can get it for very, very reasonable budget. And I cannot say the whole name, but this is a cologne. It's a Eau de Mission's cologne. And the whole house, check out my review. I'll put the link, you can check. Look at the juice color. Just enough to make you fall in love. Check out George, the reviewer from UK, his review. What's his channel called? I'm sorry, I'll put his link below, you can check it out. This is Guerlain's, I think, Spiritus Double Vanille. It's inspiration of that. And for fraction of a price, you get the sugary vanilla booziness. So good, so good. I said it in my review, blind buy this if you just want to get one of the best bang for buck fragrances. Eau de Mission's cologne, coming at the first one, okay, in the list. Number 2, you guys know my love for Neroli. I had another bottle. I'm not showing that one, I'm showing this one. This is Creed Neroli Sauvage. Yes, my love for Creed is always there. I cannot afford so many niche fragrances, but I actually saved up and bought this. It was really painful for me buying a couple of Creeds in that month. I really struggled, but I still do not regret this perfume. This is one of the best Neroli based perfumes in the market. Simple as that. Performance category, it depends. It's not a beast mode, but the smell, natural smell of Neroli, this Creed's one of the best creations. Neroli Sauvage, number 2. My second best buy, let's say, in this 2019. Next, Sense Story 24 Gold Oud Edition. I don't know if it's called 24 Gold or 24 Oud Edition. You guys know 24 Gold by Sense Story. This is a flanker from that. This is the more wearable version of 24 Gold. I have 24 Gold. That one is raspberry, amber. My God, that is a boozy, not boozy, that is overbearing sweetness. Cannot wear that. This perfume right here reminds me a little bit of 1 million sweetness, okay? It reminds me of Kalemat Black, okay? Sahar al Kalemat, that one. And then finally 24, the original one. It's all mixed together, but more wearable, beast mode. But the fragrance is so beautiful, one of the most hidden gems. People should look and give it more love. 24 Oud Edition by Sense Story, number 3. Number 4 is the fragrance. I put it randomly, so obviously it got, otherwise it would be like in top 5. This is the fragrance I was waiting for to check if it actually makes the list. And I did the review just now, individual. And this fragrance did make the list, guys. It was worth the wait. This is phenomenally good. So good. Bentley for Men. Just want to see the review, check out my individual review. It'll be up in 1 hour or so. This is as good as Bentley for Men Intense, and I said in details why. This is very underrated. Nobody talks about it, and I'm so glad I got my hands on this. Bentley for Men, the original one, not the Intense. This is the one I bought in recent times, my last purchase. All right, this year, I guess. Bentley for Men. So number 5 is the cheapie. This is a fragrance. That's why I say I love this list, because it doesn't concern price tag. This is Afnan Supremacy Silva. Usually you'll say Afnan Supremacy. Check out that bottle. People call this, I think, Ahnaf Tamid Bhai, one of my brothers. He called this a beautiful bottle, and I do agree with you, brother. Look at this. Look at the quality of the cap. This is all metal, and the price that you pay for it, what you get in this is the best Aventus impression in a fragrance. This is Afnan Supremacy Leather. In terms of smell, I think this is the closest to Aventus of the fruity batch. Check it out. Afnan Supremacy Silver. Okay, that's my number 5. Number 6, big fragrance. All of them are big. S.T.Dupont. S.T.Dupont Perfect Tobacco. This is a beast mode. One of the best tobacco fragrance in my collection. Check it out. This is very new, not well known. If you love tobacco, if you like kind of like a gourmand vanilla thing going on with that, this is a fragrance to wear. This is so lovely. This is so high class. And this is just so good. It's just, you want to drink this stuff. Okay, so good. S.T.Dupont Perfect Tobacco. Next is an obvious one. If this one doesn't make the list, I would be a hypocrite. Aventus Cologne. Yes, hands down, one of the best releases in recent times. I love Aventus, but I'm not going to repurchase that one because the performance issue, different batches and whatnot. I love Aventus, but Aventus Cologne I think is the most versatile of them all in the whole line of 3. This is so fruity, apples. You get the citrus, you get the pineapple, you get everything. It's just so fine, smooth, and you think it's not very long lasting. Put it on your shirt, and hang that shirt. Next day, smell your shirt, and you will see magic of Aventus cologne. Amazing little creation. This is gonna get hyped like Viking later, but I think this is my best, one of the best purchase of this year. Aventus cologne. Next is a fragrance. No need to introduce this one. This is Armani, Stronger With You Intensely. This is the flanker of Stronger With You, which I also own, but this is the one I bought this year. I decanted a lot of it, and everybody loved it. Beast mode performer, sweet, kind of like a gourmand, kind of like a smoky. If you love Maison Margiela by the fireplace, cannot afford it, get this one. You're gonna get less smoke, but that sweetness is amped up. If you love sweet perfumes, this is one of the best sweet perfumes ever. Clubbing king, winter, dating, flirting, everything. Any age can wear this. Armani, Stronger With You Intensely. All right, so now I think we have 3, 6, 7 left. Next one. This is YSL Opium. Yes, this is a perfume I would say not everybody's cup of tea. I waited 2 years to buy this. This is why this is my list. I waited 2 to 3 years. I keep testing it. I'm like, what is this fragrance? You know, I like it, but then I do not like it. It's kind of medicinal. It's kind of like a balm, like you put kind of like a menthol balm or something. It smells like medicinal. But then in the end, I fell in love with this perfume. This is just a masterpiece. People say performance issue, whatever. That is very much like, it varies from people to people. But in terms of smell, complexity, beauty, just everything at my stage where I am, this is pure gold. YSL Opium. Check it out, sample it, see if it works for you. Okay, the blackcurrant in this, the star anise, the vanilla, it's just, you just have to like feel like, oh, so good. Cold weather fragrance definitely, but Opium Purom is a classic. If you can find the ADP, if I can find the ADP, I would buy it. All right, so next one. You guys know this is my sweetheart. I keep looking for it. I'm like, what am I missing? Which one is the number? This pot in this 15. Givenchy, Gentleman Only, or Givenchy Only Gentleman. Not the flankers, not the ADP, not the Absolute, not the casual, whatever, casual, chic, casual, whatever. The original one. Givenchy Only Gentleman. But here's the thing. This is very youthful. This is very summer-like. This is very fresh. And it's got violets, but it has something. It's just so beautiful. You know, it's just, that's all. Check out my review. I gave this a perfect 10 because I love it so much, I think. I got a big bottle of it. I usually go liberal with the sprays. Very, very, very lovely fragrance, okay? So Givenchy Only Gentleman. Next, this fragrance from 1821, Man-Made Sweet Tobacco Spirits. I think that's the whole name of it. But this is getting some love. I think my brother James Unruh, they talk about it in their fragrance channel, and it got some love in some community, but this is hands down. If you love pure HAVENT, if you love Naxos, you really have to try this out. If you really want to, if you're a collector, this has to be in your collection. This is hands down one of the best honey fragrances ever. The honey in this, holy you can smell the honey. You can literally see someone pour honey in this. Not literally, but it feels like almost there's a honey in this. And the tobacco in this is just lovely. One of the best fragrances ever in my collection. If I ever do a 50 top designer again, I don't know if it's designer or niche, but this is thumbs up for me, you know. Exactly, awesome fragrance. 1821 Sweet Tobacco, Man-Made. Okay, 4 left. Next one, it can be a little bit controversial. If I show this and people argue with me, if this one made the list, why didn't your CH Carolina Herrera Bad Boy make the list? I'll tell you the reason. Let me show you the fragrance first. House of Mugler, this is ultimate. Sorry, it's a little bit ugly here. I cut it off because I want the spread to work perfectly, but this is one of the most beautiful looking bottles ever. Check out the star. Check out that flask. It's beautiful rubber. I really like it. This is, at first I thought, you know, it's like, nah, you know, like, you know, I was like, like almost like very close to swapping it or selling it off, because I thought at first it's not very special, okay? But this perfume is supposedly having a sweet coffee note, like a cappuccino note, and you get a little bit of this mint coming from it. It's almost like a, you know, like a tiger balm sort of feel. It feels like almost like a menthol sort of like a balm that you apply in your head or something. It feels like a little bit, but slowly more and more you wear it, you get used to it. If you're going to Starbucks or Coffee Bean in the month of December and you're rocking this perfume and you're having like 2 cookies, you know, double chocolate chip cookie or something like that, or triple chocolate chip cookie and a cappuccino or a macchiato, this is a fragrance, this is official Starbucks going fragrance. And I love coffee, you know, I just fell in love with the smell of it. I think it's really lovely. It has decent performance, very good performance. Thus the projection is not as big as the other like a darker brothers from this line, but Amin Ultimate makes my list this year, one of the best buys. Absolutely love this perfume. Okay, so 3 left. This one, next one is YSL Le Parfum. Okay, this is not very well known. You see the bottle, you'll be like, that looks weird, that looks different than La Nuit de l'Homme. I know it looks different because it is different. Okay, this perfume I smelled 3 times and I was like, I love the opening, but I'm not so sure because I was wearing it in the summer's time, like hot weather. This one didn't give me much and I went out, I'm like, forget about it. The last time that I tried, it was sort of like hot weather was like passing by, heat was gone, and one fine night it was kind of breezy, it was cloudy, and the day I wore it on my neck, it started projecting beautifully. I called the shop owner and I told him, brother, keep this for me, I'm gonna get it as soon as possible. This is, I would say, improvement on the DNA of La Nuit de l'Homme. Yes, performance wise, very good performer, better than La Nuit de l'Homme EDT. This has the fruity aspect, it has more fruitiness, it has some iris, and it's just so sweet. It has that cardamom still. The fragrance, it's beautiful. Imagine La Nuit de l'Homme and DHI, they had a baby. This is gonna be it with a lot of fruits. That's it. So I think I absolutely love it. One of the most dark horses in the game. La Nuit de l'Homme from YSL. This is the Le Parfum version. Okay, check it out. Very beautiful fragrance. Okay, now 2 left, and I'm gonna show you the last one. I think that is the most creative fragrance this year, but this one right here, it's like you see it, you'll be like, wow, we know. Mancera Instant Crush. I bought a couple of other ones, Solid Italy. I bought Jardin exclusive. I bought I think one more, don't remember, but this is the one I wore the most. Check out the juice level. This fragrance is one of the most nicest looking Mancera bottles. Very beautiful golden fade here. It looks like golden chunk or golden, I don't know, flakes just falling over and getting a little bit transparent here. So Mancera Instant Crush, people call it as a Baccarat Rouge clone. No, it's not a Baccarat Rouge clone. It has vibes of it, but it has its own smell. It's just lovely. Every time I wear it, beast mode performance, it just comes back and goes away and again comes back. If you love sugary fragrance, this is a sugary fragrance. It has vibes of MFK, but forget about MFK. This is a great fragrance on its own. Mancera is one of the best releases ever, hands down. So happy I got Instant Crush. Okay, Mancera Instant Crush, second last one. And I'll finish it with this perfume. Some of you who are following me in fragrance group on my channels, you have seen the reviews. I already mentioned this is gonna make the list. And if I actually made top 15, this would come to number 1. Why? Most interesting bottle, most unique smell. The fragrance has dared to do something that other people didn't do. This is a flanker, but it didn't copy any DNA. They made a statement of their own. I don't know how it's selling, how it's doing, but this fragrance deserves a lot of love. This is House of Moschino. This is Boy Toy or Toy Boy. I always forget the name, but this is the bear. Look at that bottle. I mean, I have the Toy too. I think that bottle is just lovely. That's a women's perfume, but I collected it because I love the magnolia in this. This is a lovely fragrance. But Toy, I think Moschino's number 1 first release. Then they did Toy 2, I think Toy 3 or something. This is the men's release. This, I saw Sebastian Zara bringing it in the community. Look at the head. It's just, isn't it cute? And the bottle is huge, but it's 100 ml. I got this when no one had it. And Ifran Bhai, thank you so much. This is credit to Ifran Bhai of USB page, owner of USB. He got this for me. The fragrance has this pear, sort of like, it feels like ultra male, sort of feels like one of those clubbing fragrances, but it doesn't go all the way fruity heavy. It goes a little bit dark, patchouli. There are some other notes, a little bit peppery. It has kind of like an incense somewhere, like almost like Zadig and Voltaire, but it doesn't go too much on any side. It has the fruity aspect, but it's a bit dark. It has this playful thing, but it's not too playful. It's not too, juvenile. what I really like about this fragrance, how unique it smells, how long it lasts, how beautiful it wears on me. I think this fragrance has to be one of the best fragrance releases of this year. If I think it's 2018 or 19, either one. Recent times, this is one of the best releases. So Moschino Toy Boy or Boy Toy, I think Toy Boy. This, if I ever made a list of number 1 or top 15, this would make number 1. So this is my last fragrance, Moschino Boy Toy. Toy Boy, Boy Toy, okay, that's the last one that I think completes the list of all the 15 fragrances that I bought. I feel absolute best buys this year. Check them out, check out my full-on review, and I hope you can try them at the mall at least. Okay, everybody have a very nice day. A few more lists to go and a few other fragrances, then I'll be done for this year. I'll take a break after that. I'll see you soon. Have a very nice good night. Have a very nice good night. Have a very good night, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.